My name's Bronwyn Jane. So let's talk about judgment. When we are on a spiritual journey, particularly when we're starting, quite often we don't tell people. It can be daunting. We know that not everyone understands it. They have all kinds of perceptions, and this comes from their own belief system, maybe a lack of knowledge. It could even come from fear. I used to be afraid to tell people what I did. Yes, you see me now, and you might find that hard to believe. But why was I like that? Because it was about judgment. I had spent my whole life being judged for lots of different reasons. I learned that I was going to be judged as a really young age when I started to share my experiences as a 7-year-old, and I was judged by those that should have accepted me. So that was put into me really young, and 7 is a really pivotal age as we grow. So that was locked in. It was kept being locked in. So that was my framework. So when I come to this space where I'm doing something that is really unusual, that I already know is judged in media, it's judged by religion, it's judged by science. It's like, I'm not telling anyone what I'm doing. You're going to think I'm crazy. I'm a corporate person. Why would I do this? I've been raised with all this religion as well. I was raised where what I do, it's the devil's work, and I must be working with Satan. Ridiculous as it seems, that is the belief system that was around me. Coming out, and I use that word because that's what it is like. You have to come out of the closet. And for me, it's about owning who I was with, I'm going to say, authenticity and integrity, knowing that what I do, who I am, is nothing to do with anyone else's belief system at all, their knowledge base or their level of consciousness. And so when I am judged, and I am still judged constantly, I just don't care now, because I have an appreciation of the person that is judging. They're actually reflecting what's going on inside of them. And it has nothing at all to do with me and everything to do with them. And so I hold compassion for them based on maybe their belief system, maybe their knowledge base, maybe their consciousness, that we're all different. We're all on our own journey, going down our own path. And so with that, I can hold compassion for the fact that they are judging, because they're actually projecting what is inside of them. And it's nothing to do with me, not one tiny bit. I also now realize that when I own who I truly am, all that it is, warts, alls, the craziness, everything that it is, it means that I'm comfortable in here. I'm comfortable in my skin. Finally, after all this time. And with that comes peace within. It also allows me the power, and I drop into that power center, the power to show up how I need to show up, so I can live a life of purpose. And so whenever I encounter judgment, and as I said, for me, I encounter it pretty much daily, I don't worry about it. I am so connected to my why I am here. That is my true north. Nothing takes me off track. And then I have all the other things that make it worthwhile: the peace, the serenity, living with purpose, and knowing that being me, and it's not always fabulous. I'm not perfect, but being me, warts, all that it is exactly how I'm meant to be. Otherwise, I would be different. If I was meant to be different, I would be different. This is how I'm meant to be. And so in that acceptance, as I said, I feel like I'm finally home within here. And all the outside noise doesn't permeate. And so I share this with you. So hopefully within all this, there are some words that land that will give you the strength, the inner power, the oomph to be you, whatever that looks like, and to ignore the outside noise of other people projecting what's inside them and trying to put it onto you.